everyone, and welcome to another episode of Friends, Facts, and Fiction. As always, this podcast is made possible by our local convenience stores, the misappropriation of history, and you. And now to your hosts, Justin Hammonds, Grant Bramlett, and Drew Shellnut.
What's up? What's happening, world? This is a podcast called Friends, Facts, and Fiction. We're currently live from a house party in the home studio, or at the home in the studio at that house while we do shit on new. That's gonna fuck up people that have that disorder, the mouth thing.
The mouth thing?
The mouth phobia? Like the sounds of like eating and swallowing and spitting and shit.
You don't have to be that way.
Anyway, whatever. That was a lot. Anyway,
Don't have to be that way.
So, Pete, we're live from a house party because the homie San Paso is turning, 29?
29.
And,
yeah, that sounds right.
And the homie, the OG fact checker, the McThrill, Steven McThrill, is in the building. He's moving to Atlanta to be with his girl, Ashlyn. And we're doing a little party for them at the crib, and everybody's gonna get like a little small interview. This is like it's gonna be a fun episode.
Nice.
So this is one of those like Friends episodes of the Friends Facts Fiction shit. So anyway, that's what you're in for. So if you hear some random noises or crazy sounds in this recording, it's because we are live at a fucking house party. So there's that. But I'm Justin Hammonds. I'm looking at my boy Drew Shellnut.
Most of the time.
And my boy Grant Bramlett.
Hello.
And our first guest is the OG homie of mine. I'm the best man in his wedding coming up soon. My boy Eric Whitman's in the building.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
the mechanic extraordinaire in this motherfucker.
Oh, man, don't talk me up like that.
Nah, you good people, man. Look at these motherfuckers. Oh, God. Anyway, so...
The vibes are just flowing today.
We in the
Got
building,
feet
bro.
kicking and shirts off and all that.
But yeah, man, we're here. We're actually just gonna put all our friends on the podcast, so it's gonna be fun. Everybody's gonna tell a cool story and tell us what they about. So, Eric, what you about? What's your story?
Man, don't put me on the spot, man. You done got me drunk over here at the house.
Exactly the point.
Ain't gonna put me on the... Hey,
yeah,
listen, y'all.
There you go.
They put me on the podcast just now, and I don't know anything.
That juice make you
about
loose,
anything.
you know?
Oh, no, that ain't no juice.
Just
It's
make you
called
lose.
beer
Going off Patron.
and tequila.
Oh.
He made some fire ass chicken though. Ain't gonna lie.
I cooked. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I can cook, boy.
So let me ask y'all.
Oh, did you flip it?
Why would
He's
y'all
flipping it.
bring me into this?
Damn.
When I specifically
That's your
asked
question?
y'all. Hey, hold on.
Okay.
When I specifically asked y'all
Here we go.
to feature me when I'm sober.
It's the intro, bro. It's the intro to you.
Honestly,
so
it's probably because I didn't get off work.
And man,
until
half
late.
of y'all's 12 listeners, man, listen,
half of y'all too.
they know me.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. Most of the listeners
No,
probably
don't
know
put
you.
me on this.
But
We
no,
good.
Pete. We're trying to do a podcast network soon,
Okay.
and I'm thinking about doing an automotive podcast.
Oh, man, that's boring.
That's not boring.
People love
And
cars.
the way that I want to do it is
People
not boring.
love to have somebody to fix their cars, but they don't know anything about their cars. I'm the one to teach them about their
that boy
cars.
say, I'm the one. I'm the one.
That's true. You're like the friend with a truck times 1,000. You know what I mean?
I ain't got no truck.
like Socrates.
But
Socrates, sir.
Socrates.
Secretions.
We
Oh my
fucked
God.
his name all the way up.
Yeah.
Just now.
Socrates, right?
Anyway.
I wasn't watching that
yeah.
early 90s movie, right?
There's that. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, man, what's up? What's good?
I mean,
Tell
it's
me a
all
crazy
good,
story.
man.
What's going on with you, man?
What you want to
happening?
know, man? What you want to know?
This is a
What-
crazy story.
What do you want me to contribute to this wonderful podcast that I love to listen to?
Or whatever you want to contribute. How about that?
I love each and every one of y'all. I don't really have anything to contribute, to be honest. I can have some good conversation. We can laugh about some things, but I really don't have anything to contribute.
No. Okay.
I've got
well,
a wealth of knowledge that nobody wants to hear.
well, you can give a little piece of knowledge right now if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, drop something.
I'm a little drunk.
Yeah.
Good knowledge.
I haven't been allowed to smoke weed tonight. I don't know why.
That's unfortunate.
I mean,
I
we're at
haven't
y'all's
either.
house.
There you go.
Y'all don't believe in drugs.
Got him.
No. Okay, this is a party episode, man.
1, 2,
Where we
3,
at?
4, feel.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Physio.
To quote,
There's only
to quote the
there's so
great.
many amendments
Come on with
in
it.
the Constitution, but I played the 1, 2, 3, 4 feel.
I really want to know, man. What do you expect from me right now, man? They just put me on the
What do I
situation, y'all.
expect?
They just put me on the situation.
Literally
y'all.
spontaneous.
It's just
episode,
friends
bro.
talking.
We just doing whatever.
Just friends chatting.
Y'all don't want spontaneity
Chippity
from
chap.
me, and y'all, all three of y'all know that.
Either way,
Everybody
this is
that's
fucking
listening
hilarious.
that knows me does not want to hear that.
Well, there's that. Well, I mean, you know. Well, you do you, man.
All right. So, what kind of story y'all want to hear? Y'all want to hear a crazy automotive story? Y'all want to hear a shop situation? Y'all want to hear like
Shop situation
What?
sounds fun.
me
Yeah, let's
and
do that.
these three have been through?
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's do like a crazy
Yeah, see,
shop
that's why they
situation.
ain't brought me on.
Nah. You silly.
It's my first time in the studio, y'all. I'm honored to be here, to be honest. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Let's get
man.
We
it.
love you for being here.
Clinky.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
All that.
I stole somebody's beer.
I've never been on a podcast before. This feels awesome.
That's what it is.
This actually is like really cool.
That's nice. It's a vibe.
Well, my name's Eric Whitman. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, born and raised. I'm a motherfucking native.
Turn on.
And if anybody is listening to this actually knows me, they know what I'm about, know who I am. Now, if you ain't in my circle, it is what it is.
I'm sorry, I just can't help it. I'm 35 years old. I have 3 kids.
That's his close to blackout
Hey.
drunk speech.
I'm about to get married this year, though,
This is
man.
real.
That's true.
Those are vibes.
You just told everybody, man, you're my best man in my wedding, man.
Exactly. Those are vibes.
Who asked you to be my best man?
Hopefully you did.
You?
Exactly.
No, it was his mom. She called him and was like, hey, Eric is the best man.
For the avid listeners out here, when I said I went to steeplechase, it's my homegirl Amanda runs Nashville Music Guide. That is his fiance. Shouts out to AK. She probably gonna be on the podcast
She will
too
be.
at some point.
Yeah, a little bit later
because the whole situation we're doing was like, once we're done talking to you, the next person they come up, we do that, they come up. You know what I mean? It's a little relay race of interviews happening.
It's going to be interesting.
So.
Y'all know how Justin like to talk all sexy on the radio.
Yeah.
Hey man, first of all, don't try to emulate my voice.
I don't have to. I'm cooler than you, nigga.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
Anyway,
don't bring him into this. Jesus is fine where he is. 3 days later. Listen, man.
oh my God.
I'm honored to be here. I wish I had more to talk about right now, to be honest. I don't have anything to talk
Word.
about. There's no
Word, bro.
actual segment
Hey.
for me.
Bro, I'm actually gonna bring you on next season. I got some you see the board over there? Season 4.
I wish y'all could see this board,
bring
man.
you-
They
I'ma bring you in for
got
one of my
this
episodes
so
next
scienced
season.
out that it's like, wow. We got Bill Gates. We got
What?
personality types.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates?
Bad grades.
We've already
Bill
heard that
Gates, I
episode.
guess.
We've already heard that episode.
Which
It's all good.
actually may have been a Freudian slip.
Listen, man, I'm not going forward. That's rude. I'm
But
rude right now. I'm
talking about
sorry, y'all. I'm
season 4,
drunk.
we out here. But
Listen,
all
they
right,
got
I mean,
me
if
liquored
you-
up, and
if
they
you-
put headphones on me and decided that, Eric, you're gonna be right here.
So yeah,
I
we
mean,
did that.
he's hotter than hell with them headphones
So
on.
well, I
too.
mean,
Am
are
I
you
good?
good?
Shit,
You
man.
good?
No, I'm Gucci.
All right.
We've just done like 5 shots,
I know.
and
I mean, I'm
I've only
hosting a
had
podcast
like
right now.
4 beers.
Well,
It's not even.
if you like to tell a story or get the next guest up, it's up to you.
What's the context?
I just said dope story. Just a funny
Dope
story. Or
story?
a weird ass story.
What's the fastest you've ever driven a car?
There you go. Look at that. Look at Grant with a question.
180.
180
God.
miles an
Fuck.
hour.
What was the
Damn.
situation with that?
There was no situation. I used to
You just
street
did it for
race.
fun?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, grip the hero.
Oh man, stop! No,
Never mind.
keep going.
This motherfucker's silly as hell, bro.
Listen,
Do you remember that time that I had that rental?
Camaro.
It was a Camaro.
oh, when
We were at the bar and I was
Yeah.
telling you about it. I was like, it's actually pretty
I
sweet.
took you down the street.
And then you were like, let me see it. And I was like, oh, this is a bad idea. And he was like, you got insurance on this thing? I was like, yeah, I think so.
First thing I asked
And
him,
he
I
was
was like, yo.
Because
He was
he's
like,
about to
wait, how do
drift
you
the
get
fuck out
these?
this
How do you get these new ones in the manual? Oh, I got it. And I was like, oh shit.
That was the third time that I drove a Camaro that way.
You might be the best driver that I know.
I'm the best driver I know, too.
Bro, I've never...
Oh, okay. There you go.
Well, I mean, fuck, if you toot your own fucking
I'm really
horn.
not.
I've never
But I
been
am.
so scared and also felt safe at the same time riding in the car with this motherfucker. We were getting on the interstate one day
Yeah,
when
it's
he
like a
had a
roller
fucking
coaster.
240, and we're getting on the interstate sideways, and I was like, bruh, the fuck is happening right now? In my head, but he's like, it's cool.
Y'all
it's
just trying
cool.
to get me arrested
Like,
over a podcast.
No, it's all good, bro.
Oh, no, speaking of being
These
arrested.
are hypotheticals that
Being
made it
arrested
matter.
Is
on
it
a podcast.
hypothetical when it's true?
My
See,
favorite.
you just gave that away.
My favorite story and situation that we've been through was with TK, actually.
I remember
the
that.
dabby dabs.
No, fuck you and that fucking...
Yeah,
Yo,
see?
Okay. Thank
Finally
you,
got,
Drew.
finally got him
They've
tuned
given
in.
me some real context
Finally
now,
got him
y'all.
tuned in.
Yep.
Let me be honest with y'all. So I stopped smoking weed for a long time. I really did. I did it. I got 3 kids. This is before I had 3. I had 2, but so I don't remember what happened during the middle of the day, but
Nor do I.
me, Grant, and TK, Talaki, hell his name. That dude is the baddest
drew
artist I've
TK.
known in a long
Yeah,
time.
TK is a badass, bro. Tiki
yeah.
art, check
Dude-
that boy
dude
out.
is
He
the
flamey
shit.
flames.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna bring nope. Anyway, we went back to TK's house one day after going to this burger joint down in the Gulch,
Yep.
and they were like, "Hey, you want to go back and smoke some weed?" I'm like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I go
That
smoke
sounds
some
exactly
weed."
like Drew.
I'm
does.
like, it was Drew that made
Yeah.
me do it. I wouldn't have done it without him. I don't trust TK half the time. Sorry, TK, I love you, but I don't fucking trust you. And motherfucker gets me in trouble. This guy here,
Yeah.
Drewski, he hands me this fucking tall ass fucking bong with this little ass dropper in it. I'm like, what is this? And TK breaks out this fucking sheet or some shit, and he's like, here's some shatter, blow, and breaks it open. I'm like, what is this? We used to do this off the stove. He drops a couple drops in that shit and heats it up. And he's like, no, wait, E. It's all good. I'm like, all right. He's like, nah, hit it. I was like, all right, cool. No, don't hit it that hard. He drops it. I said, "Ooh." I was coughing for 15 fucking minutes.
Go.
Yeah.
Drew's in the corner laughing his ass off.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, TK's like concerned about your boy over here. He's like, when's the last time you smoked? I was like, about 3 months ago. He's like, oh shit, sit down.
That's exactly what he said. TK was like, so
My car is
you
parked
smoke,
out
right?
front. Yeah.
And he
you
was
remember,
just like,
you remember
yeah, I
that
smoke.
Integra I built?
Yeah, the Integra, yeah.
I had driven that over there.
Yeah.
I had that shit right in front of the house, bro. And I'm like, I'm looking outside, I'm looking at the dogs, and I'm looking at South Park, and I'm like, whoa. Bruh, I was in the same spot for 10 hours straight. 10 hours. It was
fun.
daylight. It was dark as fuck.
Yeah.
And they were still laughing at me and
We were
asked me if I
we were
wanted to
still
hit
hitting
it again.
dabs too.
They were still hitting it. They kept going.
Eric's
They
sitting over
kept
here
going.
like a statue.
Just like-
That's like a human statue. But like, and I look over at him after we hit like, we gave him the dab, and then we hit like 3 or 4 ourselves a piece.
A piece, yeah,
because stoner.
Yeah, stoner vibes.
And like, we were just like, and then I eventually look over and I'm like, you all right, bro?
Oh,
And-
you still
No,
here?
that's not what you did. You said, bah! You want to hit it again?
That's what you remember. I remember you going, fuck you, white boys.
I said that.
I ain't ever fucking smoking
Because
with y'all again.
I couldn't move.
You said if I could get up, I would whoop both y'all's ass
I
right
remember
now.
saying that. I do remember saying that.
Oh my god!
And then I got a call from Justin 3 hours later.
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck's wrong with
What y'all do
what
to
y'all do to
Eric?
Eric? He was
Called
supposed to come out with me tonight.
Drunk me.
Mind
I don't know
y'all,
what's going on.
this was not recently.
No, this was 2013.
That was years ago, bro.
Yeah.
Shit. Actually, that whole area, that neighborhood we lived in is all different now.
Oh, 100%.
It's gone.
yeah. Hawkins Street. That shit's all different now.
That was 14.
2014.
Yeah, you're probably right. Because
Yeah,
I
it's about
I went back to Tuscaloosa in 2015, so yeah.
Yeah, that's probably right. Well, that was a good story.
Good job.
No, it was a terrible fucking story.
I mean, maybe
I can
tell
tell
a
y'all
bit
a
for you, but
good
a great story.
but it's,
Everybody gets one story, my
it's kind
guy.
of messed up if I tell it.
Everybody gets one story. Yeah, we just,
I got a story about y'all too. All right,
anyway.
I appreciate y'all for having me here.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming through.
I hope I can be sober one day and be on this pod.
you can be sober one day and
this
be on
is
this
like
podcast.
literally one of
Separately,
my favorite.
actually.
I listen to all the podcasts, and
That's a lot of
this is my
podcasts.
honest to God truth right here. Like, I don't like y'all just because y'all my fam. I like what y'all are doing with this right here. Like, y'all got a platform.
I appreciate it.
Y'all really have something magical that's happening right here.
That's
that
very sweet.
Nobody, I can't say nobody else is doing it. I can say nobody's doing it like y'all are doing it.
I appreciate that. Bro.
And y'all are starting to branch right now. Really happy.
Yeah,
really
man.
happy and
We got a whole
really
situation about to
intrigued.
pop up, yeah.
Really proud to call y'all friends. Because, hey, y'all, audience, these are my friends. If y'all don't listen to Friends, Facts, and Fiction, y'all need to put y'all's friends on it.
Big fucking fact. I appreciate you, man, for coming through.
We love you, brother.
Hey,
Once
love
again,
you.
the homie Eric Whitman in the building. Well, let's go. Y'all got to find a way to sit. Maybe move that bench over.
Okay.
I love that
well,
for
then we'll
us.
have 3 ladies then.
3 ladies.
Well, now we're here.
More than meets the eye.
Well, now we're here, and
3-on-3
we got our next guest.
Don't make it weird.
We got our next guest.
heard about it. Don't be
Guests
weird.
up, I guess.
Don't be weird.
Once again, boom. Once again, we're at this
Sam,
live house party.
women only.
Sam's here. Get out of here.
Uh-oh.
So we got
Sorry for
we got
Yes, women
You
only.
smell wonderful.
we got
No,
Shelly.
It's ladies' night.
We got Shelly.
Oh, what a
feeling
night.
right.
Is that my- Can y'all respond?
Oh, what a night.
This is great. So we got Shelly in the building.
Hey.
We got Kayla in the building.
Hello.
And we got Mick in the building.
What's up?
Boom. And these are 3 more patrons at this party.
Yes, sir.
Patrons.
And
That's- yeah.
dope people,
You mean the light.
party attenders.
You act like I paid to get in here.
You didn't.
You did.
Maybe your liver is paying, but it's okay. So, yeah, going this way.
Oh.
What you about? Cool story. That's what we're doing.
Oh no.
So, cool, funny story.
Or
what
just
you
an
about, who you
experience,
is.
you know?
Or just some dope shit.
No, all right. No, this is the first thing that popped into my mind because I just recently got a new car.
Well, introduce yourself.
Nice.
My name's Mick. Hello, what's up?
There you go.
I just recently got a new car
Oh,
because
first of all, Mick, what you about? What's going on? Who you is? Where you from? What's going on?
I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I moved to Nashville. Jesus Christ. What's going on? That's right in my ear.
There you go.
I moved to Nashville about a year and 7 months ago.
There you go.
I'm in law school with Kayla, who's sitting next to me.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no, bleh,
There
that's
you
exactly correct.
There you go.
Anyone in my professional future, don't listen to this podcast. Thank you.
I'm glad you foresee the future. That's dope.
I'm so excited to be an attorney. It's my life's calling.
I'm gonna hit you up. Don't worry.
Bang, bang.
But yeah, no, I moved to Nashville about a year and a half ago. I work in the food and beverage industry on the side. Been doing that for about 7 years. And yeah, I just kind of like to party, have a good time,
There you
make
go.
social connections,
Well, there you go.
and do shit like this.
Well, bang bang. Cool story. Let's go.
So I just recently crashed my car. It was not my fault this time.
It was
this
the
is
mythical creature.
This was actually the first time that it was not my fault.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, I got clocked by a blind man at a 4-way intersection.
Wait, a blind man was driving?
Wait a minute. What the fuck just came out of your mouth?
I got
By a
clocked
blind
by
man
a
was
blind
driving?
In the words
Clocked
of
by a
Phil,
blind
he
man.
said it's the less authentic version of "Kissed by an Angel."
Nice.
So I was clocked by a blind man. So I was at a 4-way intersection, and I stopped at my stop sign and went all the way almost to the end. I was crossing 4 lanes of traffic. Stopped all the way, went ahead. At the very last lane, this man came at me going 55 miles an hour, hit the front end of my car, and sent me spinning 3 times. Got out of the car, proceeded to start screaming at me, saying that I ran my stop sign, and I turned him 45 degrees to the right, and I said, "Sir, you had a stop sign." So that being said, yeah, it was a great time. I just got a new car about 2 days ago, so that was a great time. I got reliable basic bitch car, 2016 Honda Civic. It's it's lit
You got
in
the
this
CV
bitch.
out here? Honda
Turbo. It's
You
good.
get the
It's good.
STI?
It's good. Yeah. I showed Kayla earlier. She go, "You got a shark fin on the back of that bitch."
She does.
You call that
Turn
bitch
up.
Brucey.
Tokyo Drifty out here.
I haven't named her yet. We're saving that for later. But it brings me back to the story of the last time I crashed my car, because this is the fun. This is the fun one. This is the kicker. I was in my driveway at home. And it's ironic because I just re-downloaded Pokemon Go onto my phone.
Oh no.
And in the driveway of my car, like in my little Honda Fit, we had a roundabout because I lived in one of those old colonial homes that like my parents couldn't afford to keep up, which is great. But I was in the driveway, just, chilling, and then I saw a wild Squirtle appear, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I gotta catch this shit." I lived.
It's a Squirtle.
Okay,
now.
listen to my logic. I was 17. I lived in the middle of BFE. Squirtles weren't just for free around here. They didn't just pop up. All right.
Pokemon Go, man.
I was like,
Gotta
it's a
catch 'em all
fucking
out here.
Squirtle. So I'm like trying to catch it, and as I do, I'm putting my shit in reverse, and I back into my brother's friend's truck.
Nice.
The truck is unscathed. Nothing wrong with it. Absolutely
I
not a
too have
goddamn
done
scratch.
Some shit trying to catch a Squirtle, if you know what I'm saying.
Damn Pokemon Go.
Listen, man, this is a
my
children's
God.
show.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, this ain't a children's
Sorry,
podcast.
can
This is
I
not a
get that
children's
out, please?
podcast.
There's a big fact.
It's a family
There's a big
restaurant.
fact.
Might have been a family restaurant, but this ain't a family podcast.
No. No, I have to click explicit.
Yes, most definitely.
Yes, he does.
Most definitely.
All right.
So
Have you hit the Squirtle?
backed into that shit, and that
Fucked
was
it
how,
up?
that was how the last time I crashed my car. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
was
Yeah,
catching
after a
playing
Squirtle.
Pokemon Go.
A fucking Squirtle
Oh,
out
for
here.
The
Squirtle.
Squirtle hurdle.
It was worth it.
Oh
So
god, I gotta tell this
who's
story.
up next?
All my
Nice.
fun stories definitely don't involve drugs. Sorry, Mom.
There you go. Turn up.
Talk about sex.
Sex or drugs? Which one?
I got the sex story. I have the sex story, so you go with drugs.
I go with drugs. Oh, I got so
love the
few
energy
of
in the room.
those. I
There
have
you go.
so few of those
Yeah, not
stories that
many
I
happening.
definitely
Not many at all.
absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Kayla.
Oh, hey, Kayla.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm in law school. I'm a legal assistant. I have to be at work at 8 a.m. in Lebanon tomorrow. That's a poor choice. Well, I guess I'll go in between wrecking cars and drug abuse. Are we ready?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Turn it up.
So this was, listen, kids, don't do drugs, okay?
Yeah.
If you're under 18 and still under your parents' roof,
DARE.
don't resist drugs. I still have my pin. You know what?
Turn up.
I still have my little lion pin with the graduation
You
cap.
have a sticker on
I
my
got
laptop.
approached by Dare last week, so let's not.
Damn.
And they said, Shelly, will you do talks for us?
And
you
I'm
said,
over
of
here like,
course.
do you not see that I'm high as fuck right now? You're asking me to talk to you
I'm
about
just for you to
me.
ask me a question right now.
How dare
Right
you?
idea.
How dare you?
There you go.
Dare the wrong bitch.
There you go. Turn up.
Sometimes I wear mine to special events so that when I go down to never mind. Anyway, I was out at a New Year's Eve party and my curfew was 1 a.m. Right? Okay. Painting the picture. It's Montana in the dead of winter. Okay? So icy, snowy, bad juju. Okay? And I lived in an area where there were like windy ass mountain passes and stuff. And so it was about 12:45 and I lived across a big ass mountain pass and definitely way more than 15 minutes from home. And I was like, of course, it is the most important thing that I get home before 1. Not my life, not my limb, but that I get home before 1 a.m. because
Dead or alive.
Yeah, dead or alive because my mom will whoop my ass.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'm knocking that door at 1:01.
of course.
Okay. So, anyway, there were these little pills going around at the time, and they were orange, and they had little astronauts on them.
So cute pills.
Right? They were adorable. They were like Flintstones vitamins, except they got you fucked up.
They were biotin for
Oh
skin
God, they
nails.
got you fucked up.
Yeah.
Biotin.
So anyway, I had taken a whole one of those, and I hadn't been drinking, because I was gonna drive home at 1 a.m. and that's the responsible thing, is not to drink when you're
Not to
taking
drink
your
and drive.
Flintstones vitamins.
This is true.
Okay.
This is very true.
So
facts.
I raced through this mountain pass, and you guys, I don't know, you're all fucking southern. So have you ever seen when the snow blows over the road where you can't see the road?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
that
sure.
kind of night. It was that kind of night, and
Terrifying.
I'm zooming
Snowdrift.
through this mountain pass, and really in my '99 gold Ford Taurus.
Turn up.
Oh yeah. Oh, turned out. And you know what? I had one of those those cassette tape decks where you like plug in your.
Fucking
Dope.
CD
Oh,
player.
yeah.
Cassette
And we
tape.
were bopping the dubstep. Like we were fucking out of control, dude.
Getting it.
So anyway, zooming, and I made it. I made it over the mountain pass. I made it through the town. I had my best friend in the passenger seat. And all of a sudden, as I'm crossing to cross the railroad tracks, federal property, mind you, federal, okay, slid right off the road. Yeah, slid right the fuck off that bitch because I was going 45 and a 25, and the
There you go, turn
road
up.
was pure ice. Okay, like logic brain for someone who didn't take their Flintstone vitamins that day.
Took a different
Slow
vitamin.
down a little
Yeah.
bit.
So just slow down, okay? Just slow down on the ice.
There you go.
So anyway, slid right off the road and luckily high centered on a pile of gravel. And my friend, I just leapt out of the car like it was my fucking job. Okay, just like leapt out like, oh God, I'm gonna get busted. Like, duh, bitch, it's your car. Anyway.
Abandon the whip. Abandon the whip.
Yeah, abandon the whip.
I don't know who drove this here, but it was me.
Somebody stole my shit earlier.
I found it right
Y'all
here.
see
on
who
the
was
ice.
driving this car?
That's also why I didn't make it home before curfew, Mom. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so
How many ass weapons did you get?
we'll get to that. So my friend tries to get out, and as soon as she opens the door, the car goes because she's downhill, right? And it
Oh,
catches.
like the belt catches.
Yeah, catches on it caught itself on the door. So then we see these people driving by, and we're like, okay, well, we're just gonna get a ride with them because that makes sense. And they're strange men
abandon
on
this
New
car.
Year's Eve.
Oh no.
Abandon this
So
car.
I
Say fuck
abandoned
it.
my car on federal property, get in a car with strange men, ditch a bottle of Captain Morgan in their car,
Nice.
and get a ride to my house. And I knock on my mom's bedroom door, like, Mommy, my car's by the railroad tracks. And she's like, you are so lucky I don't smell alcohol on your ass. And I'm like, yeah, but if you shined a flashlight in my eyes, it'd be real clear how many Flintstone vitamins I took today. And so would it be to the officer.
Yes.
Well,
definitely.
Anyway, so I got myself by the skin of my teeth out of that situation, and I am allowed to be a person today, not in prison. So
There you go.
Yes. I'm
Look at that.
girl.
Clap,
That's
clap,
it.
clap.
The end.
God bless America.
Great. That was a great story.
Thanks.
All the good stories here tonight.
Oh no, we're gonna switch positions.
Oh, here we
Kayla's
go.
gonna sit in my lap when I
Ooh,
tell
okay.
my story.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
I need a-
Yeah. These three ladies are sharing a space for
Yes,
maybe
we
two
are.
people.
We are.
So,
I guess.
here we go.
Because the other two ladies, for
Also,
one, this is
introduce yourself,
Shelly
please.
from
There you
the Female Sex Cues podcast.
Yeah.
I know you guys.
It's actually the
All love me.
highest listened to
Yeah,
episode that we
Sex
have.
Cues. Yeah.
Hey, and I'm about that. Thank you all for that.
It's sitting at 70 right now.
Turn up.
So on that note, I guess I'm gonna have to give you guys a sex story because
Well,
you got
there's that.
Kayla and May giving you the drugs and the alcohol story. So I unfortunately I have a sex story for you guys. I was keyword was kind of dating somebody, and
Kind of dating her.
yeah, we were taking things slow, whatever, not rushing into anything, what have you not. Things were, we were supposed to be doing things, and didn't happen. And I got pissed. Embarrassingly so, oh, maybe it's good we're not dating then. Maybe it's good we didn't have sex, because, oh, we're not on the same page. I'm trying to get off, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, y'all, this man's has been teasing the fuck out of this girl for about a month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And
A month and a half?
Thank you. No. And it's not
Oh,
teasing
no.
is one thing, but at least if you
I agree.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I felt that sound
give me
in
that.
my soul.
If you're gonna tease me and you sense that your girl's getting close, don't stop.
Or but make a fun game out of it.
No, he didn't. He just stopped.
That's fucked.
And gave an excuse. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. It's okay. It's fine.
Small dick energy.
I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of forgot where I was going to the point with this story. But the point is,
Of course you did, because he didn't bring you to the point.
because he didn't bring me to the goddamn point. All right, look.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is don't stop till you get enough.
The moral of the story is
Oh my
I
goodness.
have a point.
Damn it, I did have a point, and that's the
Or-
unfortunate point is I think I forgot it, and I don't know if I'm gonna remember it the next 20 minutes. The point is here.
guys talking about
Oh
drugs
wait,
and
wait,
cars?
but it ties. Oh my god, no, oh my god. Okay, I remember. I remember. Gang, I remember.
Let's go.
Gang, gang.
Because this ties back. This ties back to what I had said in that first episode about you got to preheat the oven before you stick in the turkey, right?
you go.
Right.
Boom, boom.
So this man's has been playing with me, right? And decides.
You had a preheated
Oh
oven
no
for a
no no
month and a
no!
half.
He decides.
Wasn't it 200?
He decides that he's done. No, girl, he preheated this bitch to 550.
What the
And then was
Turned it
like,
on broil.
and then was like,
Why this man cooking shit to
and then has the audacity to go, why are you so wet? Well, homeboy, you've been fucking with me for the last hour and you didn't finish me, so I'm just ready. That's just me being ready. And I'm like,
This bitch was basted
I'm
and
like,
everything.
I shouldn't be embarrassed, but for some reason I am, because I'm like, what do you mean? Why am I so wet? What do you mean?
Gaslight you about being
you've
fucking
been
turned on.
Exactly. And I was like, oh, dude, I
You
just
basted the turkey and act like you ain't done nothing.
no, I would like to say have not hang
is
out with the
great.
dude since. We'll just say that.
I would hope
Good.
the
There
fuck
you go.
not,
As
Shelly.
you
I
should
would
not.
hope the fuck not.
He doesn't deserve your hangout.
Yeah.
Or hang in for that matter.
That
Why
was
are you
like,
such a
I'm
fucking
sorry.
idiot?
I've never been insulted. Like, it seemed like an insult when he's like, why are you so wet? Like, bruh. Mostly it's like, oh my God, why are you so wet?
Why are you-
Not why are you so
like,
wet?
Like, why are you so
What is
playing with
what is
slime or
wrong
something.
with you, my guy?
Why are you so
That's-
dry?
Why are you so dry?
Why are you so hot and not hard?
Why are you Why you not ready for
So
this?
sorry, but that was my very graphic sex story.
There you go. I love that.
That was great.
That was amazing.
That was fantastic.
Those are 3 fantastic fucking stories right there.
How did we get
Thank
from
you very
Pokemon
much. You're
to
welcome.
based in a turkey?
Again, we
You started with Squirtle, bitch.
You started with
You did
Squirtle.
start with
You started
Squirtle.
with
You made this happen.
It was a
Again.
beautiful ending. It was
So for all you out there listening, you got to baste that turkey.
Basically.
You have
But you got to
to
cook it too.
preheat the
Yeah,
oven.
If you're
before
gonna
you
baste
put
the
that
turkey, you better
gotta
fucking cook that
You
bitch.
gotta put the meat in the oven. You feel me?
You better baste it. You better marinate it, and you better preheat that goddamn oven.
Turn
and
up.
stick it in. God damn it!
There you go. Put it in there.
What the fuck?
But all in
Again,
good
that
time.
was,
All in good time.
It's Kayla, Shelly, and Mick.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank y'all so
And
much.
we out.
We out here.
Like I was saying, this party is fucking wild. Again, the going away party for the homie McThrill, a birthday party for my homie Sam.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got more illustrious guests on the podcast. Now, coming up to the podcast is Amanda Kelly, the runner of Nashville Music Guide. The blessing that I had to go to steeplechase.
Yes.
And, the first guest, Eric's fiance. We out here.
Hello, and
Yeah.
glad to be here.
Yeah, so introduce yourself. Tell me what you about, where you from, what's going on. I know you from Nashville and all that good shit, but tell the people.
Yeah, well, as he said, I'm Amanda. I run National Music Guide, and I have been doing that for entirely too long. Moving on like 10 years, but we're not going to talk about age. So.
There you go.
It's been a long time. But yeah, I love doing it, and I love being able to support you guys through our website and like
beautiful. I
sharing your
appreciate that.
podcast. So
Appreciate that love.
shout out to y'all
Yeah,
because
it's
y'all just
very,
give
very
us more
kind of
content. It's great. Yeah, like you said, I'm actually from Missouri, but I've lived in Nashville since I was 3, so
you
I
go.
might as well be born and raised.
Yeah.
But yeah,
More of a native than most.
yeah.
Most
Sure.
definitely.
I've actually lived on the same street the entire time I've lived in Nashville.
Wow.
Yeah.
No shit.
That's actually quite.
She technically
quite
owns the
surprising.
house that she grew up in.
Well, no, actually. So
Technically,
at
I
the
guess,
end
not
of the end of the street, there's duplexes.
Uh-huh.
And when my mom met her husband, he was living in one of those duplexes.
Oh, turn up.
They didn't want to get married right away, so she rented the duplex next door, and then his mother moved down from New Jersey and got another duplex right next to that. And then when I was in college, I had a duplex right there as well.
Turn up.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
we just kind of owned that whole little corner. We rented it all out. It was all
The
family.
whole cul-de-sac on
Yeah,
this.
yeah. And then when they bought their house, which I now live in, it's on the same street. So
Yeah.
yeah, same street in Nashville. Shout out to Sylvan Park.
Yeah, there you go. Sylvan Park was cracking. It's actually at Ponchos and Lefties not so long ago. That shit slaps over there.
It
A
is.
little Tex-Mex joint. Flame. But anyway, now that we have that info, tell us a crazy story. Or a funny story, a cool story, or an interesting story. We're putting drunk people on the spot.
Yeah, no,
right
it's
now
really
at this
funny.
party.
Yeah.
It's great. Anyway.
Considering like I'm getting married this October, the very last festival that I went to prior to COVID, Eric proposed to me at.
Nice.
And
Oh yeah, I was supposed to bring the ring, but the ring.
yeah,
showed
that
up,
was
but
to say
the whole
that
thing.
crazy ass story.
That was the
Yeah.
whole thing.
No,
Yeah.
from your perspective, it's completely different from my perspective
This
on
is
that.
true. This is
I just
true.
remember waking up that Saturday morning at Bonnaroo, which was probably the second festival we'd ever been to, and he was kind of like running all over the place. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm gonna smoke my bowl, drink my drink, get ready for the day. He's gone for like hours on his phone trying to figure it out. He comes back to camp all in like a tuss, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? And he goes into this huge spiel about how Justin almost gets shot. There's envelopes instead of a ring. And I'm like, okay, but you're not making any sense. What is going on here? I'll just sum it up. He basically got to the point, and he was like, so I got a ring. The ring didn't come in the mail. They sent a box of envelopes. Justin went to pick it up. Our person that's watching the dog, who is an older gentleman,
thought he was an intruder and tried to shoot him because he didn't know he was coming.
Your shit was wild, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
So interesting turn you took for me to tell a story that involves the visitor.
Yeah,
the guest
you
we
can
have.
tell your part of the story, and I'll segue back into what happened next.
So Eric told me about this the week prior to Bonnaroo that year. He's like, "Hey, bro, the ring is coming on this Saturday, and I need you." To be a grandiose situation for you to pop up at Bonnaroo without people knowing you coming for a 1-day pass with a ring. And I proposed to her, it's gonna be this dope ass shit before we go to see shows on Saturday night. And I was like, "Well, I'm down for that. It's gonna financially fuck me up a little bit, but fuck that. Money comes back. It's a boomerang." So I literally go that morning or that afternoon-ish, morning-ish.
Sometime that day.
And funny piece before that, I get there and their dog, their husky Sam, is nowhere to be found in the house. And I'm like, the fuck? And he's across the street at the neighbor's house. And they're like, "Hey, I think this is their dog." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's definitely their dog."
Sammy's a husky, and he is a Houdini, escape artist, little ninja. So,
Oh, yeah. He's
Forgive
wild.
him.
So it starts off with that, where I'm like, okay, I need to see the mail. Oh, shit, where's the dog? Dog's nowhere to be found. Cool. Found the dog. Boom.
Hi.
What up? We're doing an episode. Everybody's getting interviewed. Yeah. You did, because you walked through the door. Yeah.
Shit.
So then after I got the dog settled, whatever, back in the joint, I'm going through the mail, trying to find this box for the ring. And I find the box from the company, but it's envelope. Oh, actually, before that, I forgot
the most
about this.
important part.
Yeah. Their house watcher was Super Dan.
Super Dave.
Super Dave.
Yes,
Dave.
Super
This
Dave.
old
Shout
white
out
dude.
to Super Dave.
This old white dude pulled up in a goddamn 96 Suburban. And I'm standing on the front porch, trying to remember the code for their fucking, deadbolt. And I'm trying to look for mail, too. So I'm looking hella nefarious. I'm looking hella felonious out here.
Right.
I'm going through mail. I'm trying to get in their house. And he pulls up and was like, "Hey, what you doing?" I was like, I'm here for Eric. You know they're not here, right? And I was like, "Yeah, I know."
And of course,
They're
Eric
not
did
here.
not tell Dave.
Didn't tell
what was
him.
happening.
And I'm like, "Bro, yeah, I know Eric." And he's like, "But no, why are you here?" And I'm like, "Oh, I can call Eric right now. Let me just call him. Can I just call him?" Because he's literally pressing me, bro. It was
Yeah.
yeah.
Best
Homie was
house watcher ever.
glizzy in hand, So
What's this black
up?
dude doing up here
what's
trying
up
to
with this
break
black
into this
dude
house?
at this white family that I've known for years' this house?
Yeah.
Basically.
Exactly.
And and of course he knows the black dude that lives here now, miraculously, in his head. And I'm like, yeah, no, for real. So I call Eric. Eric didn't pick up. Magically, he doesn't pick up, and I'm like, "Bro, I swear, I have his number. And I have
he's
Amanda's
been blowing
number
you
too. I'm literally like, hey, that's their name in my phone. It's cool." And eventually, he's like, "Oh, cool." And I was like, "Bro, where's the mail for the past 3 days?" He's like, "Oh, I got it back here." And I was like, "Yeah, something's supposed to be coming for Eric." And he's like, "Oh, what's coming for Eric?" And I was like, "Something's coming. I can't really give out the information." He's like, "I think I know what might be coming." There was a little box. I was like, "Cool." Got the box, open it up, and there's just envelopes, bro. Just white envelopes. It's obviously from a jewelry company, but it's just envelopes. And I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I'm having a mental freak out about this because I know Eric's having a mental freak out. Oh, he's gonna have one when I tell him this. And also this dude thinks that I am lying the whole time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And ready to shoot me at any point. And I'm like, "Bro, Eric, listen, bro, listen. I don't know." The white dude pulled up, and Eric instantly was like, "Oh, Super Dave, yeah, he's cool." I was like, "No, he's not. Nigga, you almost killed me, bro. You didn't tell this motherfucker was coming by, bro. No, bro, this is not cool.
He ain't that cool.
Yeah, he is not that cool, bro." He's like, no, he's Super Dave, he cool. Now, and I was like, also, on top of me almost getting shot, there's no ring, so I'm not coming to Manchester, Tennessee to Bonnaroo. And he's like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro, it's just envelopes." And he's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Bro, it's just envelopes, bro." And, he's like, fuck, all right, okay, all right. And then he hangs up, We like whatever, and then like the most awkward goodbye to this dude I just went through an emotional situation with that wanted to shoot me, but now we're kind of connected because we're both trying to like make sure they get engaged. I'm like, bro, like, all right, well, I'm gonna leave. It's like, okay, you sure you're good? I was like, I'm good. I am ready to leave. I am ready to leave.
As long as that bullet ain't in my ass right now.
I don't want to be here no more, bro. Trust me, bro. This is the most emotional stress I've been through this week, and I work 6 days this week. I'm ready to fucking leave. But yeah, and then they end up getting engaged and whatever. But yeah, that was the story from my end.
And whatever. I mean,
Yeah, you know, whatever she has to say after that.
I'm the best man in the wedding and all that wild shit. But anyway, but yeah, that was the story from my end, and that shit was fucking wild.
Yeah, well, after he finds out from Justin that there is no ring, he is completely scattered and frantic, comes back to camp, and it was not like one of those like grandeur proposals because he didn't know what to do at this point, but he still wanted to make it happen, which was very sweet.
Yeah,
and
in front of all the peoples and shit.
Yeah.
The whole fam.
Well, it was actually our friend Lily and her friend. They were braiding each other's hair, and I was cooking. And the whole time I was cooking, he's telling me all these things about all the stuff that's happened throughout the day, and I'm still moving because I never stop. And then finally he goes, well, all this is to say I've been looking all over Bonnaroo for the perfect place to propose to you. I drop everything I have in my hands, and I completely freeze. I was kind of like a deer in headlights. And he continues on and explaining the situation, talking about how he wanted to make this perfect, and he never actually asked me, will I marry him? But at one point, we're just kind of standing there, and he's like, I don't know what else to do, and I think this would be a really great idea, and it didn't work out, but now I'm not sure how we should handle this. And so my friend Lily goes, well, are you going to say yes? I said, well, yes, I guess I'm saying yes. Of course I'll marry you. I love you. And of course, you know, the tears and everything come. And then our friend Big C, who is Justin's old roommate.
The homie. What up, Sis?
Who storms through the tent site all of a sudden. I'm sure he was probably on some extracurriculars of sorts. For probably like a few days at this point.
Without a doubt.
He's like,
Bonnaroo
what's up? What happened? What did I miss? I'm like, well, we're engaged, and he's a very big, burly man.
Yes, he is.
So and Eric
dude.
and I are not small, but we're not big. But he managed to group us both up in a giant bear hug between the two of us, and after that, we were engaged.
There you go.
Yeah. And 2 years later, we're getting married in October. Fuck you, COVID, but it's happening. Hell or high water.
I'm in a very similar situation,
Right?
honestly, because
Actually,
like,
I was afraid because you're supposed to get married
we were
on
supposed
the
to get
same
married
weekend.
the same weekend.
Yeah.
But my venue sucked, and they canceled on me, and I had to reschedule. So it's cool.
Yeah.
It's fine. October 16th works just as well, but God, that sucked.
That shit's wild. But yeah, dope story.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is, but I appreciate y'all for having me, and here comes my lovely husband. Almost.
Here comes me.
Here it comes. What was
You know, I'm from Southeast Missouri. I've got some weird twang. I can't help it.
Appreciate the dope ass story. Once again, another guest at this crazy party. This live episode is wild, bro. This
It'll
shit
be
is
funny.
spontaneous
All kinds of
as
shit
fuck.
going
oh yeah, for sure.
Funny.
Yeah. Matt Kelly, the fucking runner of the organizer,
Know who that is?
Editor-in-chief.
editor-in-chief. That's what I was
That's the
looking for.
word.
Of
That's the
Nashville Music
word,
Guide.
yeah.
Check them out.
Sponsored by
Nash
Amazing.
Music Guide.
Nashville Music Guide. What is happening?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't know.
so yeah, we're back and we're on and we're with it and we're here again with this ass fucking
The crew.
This shit's litty, bro. So we now have the pleasure of our on-site producer,
Oh,
Grace Higgs.
hey, what's
G.
up,
Higgies, Grant's wife.
y'all? I got a new
Grace,
nickname
about
per the
what's up?
Tooties, Higgy Smalls.
Higgy Smalls. Ooh. Higgy Smalls in the building. We
There you
got Higgy
go.
Smalls in the building.
Oh, that's great.
We're all getting airbrush T-shirts for the beach this year, and
nice.
Higgy Smalls is my nickname.
Higgy Smalls.
And like, also on Beach Trip, we're doing a full Moo Beach Trip. Like channeling all of the Golden Girls
Nice.
this year. So
I dig it.
We're
I fucks with that.
gonna solve problems of the world
Yeah.
in our Moo-Moos.
I dig it.
gonna
Yeah,
be great.
All the good vibes out here. I fucks with that so hard. Well, I mean, G Hicks needs no introduction. You know what I'm saying? It's Grace. She's here all the time when we do this podcast. She's been on the podcast once, twice.
I've been on once, but you
But
heard me
probably more
a
time
handful
throughout.
of times.
Yeah, of course,
She has
of
the
course.
iron lungs of patience dealing with us,
That's very
recording
true.
this. So.
Exactly. You know, the yogi, the OG for all the good vibes. Grant's wife. You know, we're at their house right now recording this at this
For
fucking
sure.
crazy party. But yeah,
That's me.
Grace,
What's up?
where you from?
Oh gosh. Well, originally Atlanta,
There you go.
born and raised till about 19, and then made my way to Tuscaloosa where I met all y'all.
Turn up, roll tide.
Yeah, Roll Tide. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Was there on scholarship briefly, and scholarship was with the Air Force, ROTC program, because
There
I
you
did
go.
that all through high school, which was a blast in high school.
Yeah.
But I was not ready to like sign my life away
Yeah.
for 4 years based
Okay.
on the timing and like where we were at politically
Yeah.
and within the military. I
All
was
the
like,
shit that was
ooh,
happening."
I don't think I want to do that. No offense to anybody who was like signed up and made this their life. Like it just wasn't my path.
Of course.
But did a brief stint at Georgia State, moved to Asheville, North Carolina for 5 years, which is where me and Grant reconnected.
There you go.
And then 2015, springtime 2015, moved to Nashville.
Yep.
There you go.
So,
Turn
God,
up.
what is that? Six years now?
Yeah.
Give or take?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
terrifying, right?
Right.
I
Six
know.
years.
Isn't that weird? Ouch on
Like-
the brain.
Ouch
Yeah.
on the brain, and also ouch on the realization that makes us like 30-ish
Yeah, we all
and some
30 something.
change.
Yeah, I'm some change.
You're-
30 something.
I'm about to be some change because 32 is coming up in less than
That
6
20
weeks.
something turning into 30 something. It's like, yeah, 30 something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. You figured it out.
We're just gonna call it 30 something for
Yes.
the next.
Yeah.
10,
How old are you?
10
30
to
something.
15.
I'm 30 something.
30 something. Yeah.
Oh God. Well, what if?
Give us a good
Can I,
yoga
like-
fart story.
Oh, there are so many yoga fart stories because people fart in yoga all the time.
That's why I went with the topic.
Well, I mean, like, you're super relaxed and you're in a group of multiple people, so a lot of times it just kind of happens. And as a teacher, you just bypass it. You just keep going. You're like, I heard it. Just gonna keep on rolling with the punches.
Downward facing.
But does anybody else in class laugh? Like, does anybody else in class lose their shit?
No. So far in my classes, I have never had anyone else outwardly.
All right,
Crack.
so I gotta come to your class. Then.
You should. No. But yeah, I mean, I have heard some moments. I have plenty of people that fall asleep and start snoring in my classes, like in
Yeah.
Shavasana, because like the
Yeah.
class is hopefully that well like constructed and everything. But yeah, plenty of fart stories in yoga. There was actually, I do have a fart story. It wasn't when I was teaching, but I was in some yoga classes at my home studio in Asheville, and there was this one gentleman who was probably in his like late 40s, early 50s, who he would always stay at the back. He would always, like kind
Luckily.
of keep like he knew, he obviously knew.
He was aware.
He's like, I'm a yoga farter. I'm in the back.
Yeah, he obviously realized that
No, don't
No,
sit
no,
up
no, no,
next
no.
to me.
he
I've got
and these
3
were
slots.
and I mean like these were packed classes, like 30 to 40 students, and so he's in the back corner, and sometimes he wouldn't be in the back corner, sometimes he would be next to me or behind me, or like I recognize this gentleman because
By
he
his
was
farts.
there often. He was there often. I recognize him, and then
Oh, Jerry, hey.
He was there
and,
often.
and there were definitely moments where, like, in certain postures, typically ones where you're actually instead, like, not downward facing dog, where your butt's in the air, where you would think that that's a pretty typical motion for, like,
that's what
oh,
you were
let's
gonna
expel some air. No, it was actually like in like seated positions where we're in like boat pose, where we're like
core power is activated, legs are extended forward and up, so you're creating
so
like
it's
the
like-
letter V
So
essentially.
you had a troller motor.
Yeah, and so it was definitely like in this action of I'm getting into this position, it was like and it was just like there were a couple moments where he was next to me and it was just like I have to keep my best composure in this moment because not only is the professor, the teacher, like, you know, also trying to get over the fact that someone just ripped one in class in a quiet moment, but he's right next to me, literally almost shoulder to shoulder at this point, and I'm like, thank God it just doesn't fucking smell. Like, it didn't smell, which was delightful.
No,
Like, I can handle.
That's true. That's so good.
I've got like that 12-year-old boy essence where fart noises will always be funny.
Yeah.
It just
Yes,
it's
yes.
impossible for it not to be funny. I
agree.
I like, you know, slapstick humor. I like, you know, super physical comedy. So when a fart happens, I'm like cracking. So I'm like, I just have to just keep a straight face, super nice, just like I am focused, I am breathing, I am just in my
doesn't
zone,
bother
and
me.
this guy's just like and I'm like, oh my God. Just keep going. Everything's fine.
Be professional, downward facing dog, and
Just like
breathe
look
out.
at him at one
and
point,
then-
you're like,
Yeah. And eventually it did become like, just like, okay, just make it to the end of class. Make it to Shavasana. And thankfully, you know, in Shavasana, like everyone just kind of releases and not that everyone releases farts.
it sounds like a big, like,
everyone
all at once,
release
everybody,
it.
here we go.
You know,
Oh, that sounded like death metal. Excellent.
I'm sure there are some places where that has happened. It has never happened where a collective fart has happened in my class or in a class that I've taken. But that was
my goal.
definitely some moments.
Yeah.
That is a good
That's my goal.
Yeah. Yoga.
I don't need goat yoga. I need fart yoga.
Right. And, you know,
Honestly, I feel like that because so many people, and I know Grace can agree with this, are so like self-conscious going to yoga.
oh, yeah.
That if you were to literally go to something called fart yoga, they would probably be like, "Oh, that's cool. Like I'm not embarrassed anymore."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of the stories some of the experiences I've seen in yoga classes have been noteworthy. You know, like I wouldn't necessarily think to tell them to everybody, but yeah, they're like yoga holds more of a weird realm in today's modern society than I think most people really give it credit for. Most people are like, I go for the aesthetic, I go for the fitness, I go for the breath. But there are some weird things that happen in the practice. There was one couple in that same home studio of mine. They would also stay at the back. They would get all their props, they'd do their thing, but they would literally argue with each other during class.
And that's supposed to be like sacred temple time.
Exactly.
Like,
And
that's
so,
like-
like, it got to a point where when I was in my certification training, this story was brought up. And the teacher was like, yeah, we literally had to ask them to leave because
Man,
they
that
got
is-
so, like, combative with each other. I don't know if it was, like, a competitive thing or if they...
It was enough to notice.
It was enough, to
notice.
distract the entire class. And
Yeah.
when it's distracting, A, the teacher, and B, potentially 10 to 40 other students, like, you need to take yourselves to couples therapy at that point. Like, I don't know what it is about yoga class that you think is where you can air out your grievances, but that is not the time.
Yeah, no, this is not couples therapy. This
No,
is yoga.
I mean, because yoga literally, like, if any of our listeners out there, if you're yogis, you know, like, when you go into class, it's literally called, like, it's temple.
Yeah.
It's meditation
Yeah.
time. You don't go in there and you're like, oh, hey, Karen. Girl, what were you doing this week? Oh, my
Yeah.
God, I'm so ready for this yoga class. Like, no, you shut the fuck up.
I mean, you can do that
walk-
at the beginning. Like, if you see your friend and
that's
you're like,
true, that's
oh my
true.
God, I haven't been to yoga in like 6 months. How are you doing? You know, like, there are plenty of people that like
That is
connect
true.
at the beginning and then the announcements start. Or then
Yes.
like the teacher starts like the beginning of class and people are like, oh, let me shut up for a second. And then for the next hour or 75 minutes or 90 minutes, however long the class is.
Or 60.
Or yeah, like you tune in to your own 2.5 by 5 foot space, and that is your mat. Like you are in your bubble. You are taking instruction. You are, breathing. You're moving. You're connected with yourself because it is a time to change. It is a time to breathe. It is a time to check in, and it is a time to simply be present. It is not a time to argue over whatever the fuck you were talking about 20 days ago with your partner.
Yeah,
and why it didn't quite land the
This
way
is
that
not
you...
couples therapy.
This is not couples therapy. This is fucking yoga.
Yeah. So there have been some really interesting moments. There have been some
that's
really
great.
really beautiful moments too. So
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing, Grace.
you're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry I had to coerce you into that a little bit.
No, it was not coercion. It was simply.
It's because I brought up farts. It's because I brought up yoga farts.
I
love it.
appreciate it because honestly, I wouldn't have remembered that was like a thing that I experienced a handful of times. Really, like it was like 3 or 4 times that guy was close by, and it was just like
Handful of farts.
handful of farts.
Handful of farts
I got
to
a
you.
handful of farts.
Handful of farts from this gentleman.
Yeah,
And you know what? Hey, if you hear this, if you listen to this, please keep coming to Grace's classes and feel that release, please.
yeah.
Yes.
Because
Handful of farts.
if we're gonna be honest, as a health and wellness advocate, personally, from me, holding in gastrointestinal distress is not good.
It's not good. It's
You
not.
need to release it and just remove yourself from a group. If you need to go fart, like
We're all adults.
So is that-
farts happen.
Everybody farts. Everybody
So now I
poops.
just really want to see a yoga studio called Handful of Farts. That's
I promise.
welcome to Handful of Farts. Just let it all out.
Yeah, pretty
Oh my
much.
God, what a slogan though.
You know,
Yeah.
What
Handful
a
of Farts.
slogan. Handful.
There we
Let
go.
it all
Let
out.
it all out.
Let it all out.
Let it all out.
Handful of farts. Actually, what
Grace,
it should
I think we have
what it
something
should
here.
be is handful of hearts, but it should say handful of farts. Yeah, because that will
Yeah.
play beautifully
See,
into.
look, you know, you already know.
Where
You
do
already
you
know.
practice? Oh, I practice at handful
Handful
of
of
farts. Wait,
Did you
what
say farts or heart? I said heart.
Yeah, handful of hearts. What did you think I said?
Come on.
I thought you said handful of farts.
Oh well, that's our website, but
You can purchase stuff off the website
That's
at
the
handful
URL.
of farts.
that's the URL. But our
Sorry.
class schedule is www.
So yeah, but everyone out there, if you're listening, you should go to a yoga class at least once in your life to experience
with that.
something a little different.
Absolutely.
Give it
for sure.
give it a shot. I promise you. If you don't love it, you'll at least have something to talk
You'll
about.
at least fart and have something to laugh about.
You will at least fart and have something to talk about.
Nobody's taking over for me. She's taking
Well,
over
thank
for
you
me.
so much, Grace.
Of course. Love you guys.
What about you? Well, on that note, still tales from the party.
Oh, which party? Yeah.
This party that we're at right now.
Oh, all right, cool.
We have another illustrious guest,
Oh, hi.
Mr. Gaines Cooper, one of
Yep.
the best guitar players I know in life.
I greatly
My
appreciate
guy's
that.
out.
And
Thank you
or
very much.
just musicians in general.
Yeah, there you go. Boom, boom, bang, bang.
Seriously.
You guys are too kind.
He's out here.
Too kind.
Ooh,
He's
that
good
was
at it.
nice. I like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Gains.
Ooh,
Da-da-bop-bop game.
it was almost the McDonald's theme. You're almost getting sued.
It's actually really close. Gains.
Yeah.
It's the
I like
last
it.
little bit.
It's almost da 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 da. I'm loving it,
Right.
which now that
Amphetamines.
I've actually emoted that you're gonna get sued now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Congratulations. I'm not paying a thing.
See, we put him on the podcast and just get us.
Why
a
are you
lawsuit.
getting all sexy over there?
That's what I do. I bring lawsuits everywhere I go.
Anyway, Gaines, tell us about it. So, who are you? Where are you from? Where you at?
So my name is Gaines. I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama, where I initially met Griswold over here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I met Grant, and then through Grant, I met Justin, and then through the both of them, I met Drew.
Yeah.
Turn on.
Yeah, all in Alabama.
All the biscuits. Roll Tide. You out?
Roll Tide. Roll on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, so I do that. I'm a musician. I play guitar mainly, but I also play bass, and then I try to play a lot of other instruments like theremin and drums and upright bass and stupid things.
All the good shit.
Yeah, so I do that. I throw axes.
Also, plug the new project. You got a new project out, right?
Yeah, Bare Bones on all of the streaming platforms.
Yeah, you put it out.
Yeah, turn it out.
Yeah, I did. I put it out a few months ago. I don't know whose Coors this is, but I'm going to drink it. But
yeah, turn it up, kid.
So, but yeah, I put that out not long ago, and I'm already working on the next one.
Nice.
I know. Hell yeah.
I didn't put much advertising with the last one. I just kind of wanted to put it out to put something out.
Yeah,
Did a little bit of Instagram ads,
it's
but then
like aftermath of like 2020. It's like, bro, let me just give something
that's what
out
that
there.
whole EP's about.
Some new shit, some another new shit, some more new shit.
Oh, that's yours? Oh,
Oh,
damn
that's
it.
history.
Oh, man, I was super excited. I'm sorry. I thought it's just like, a free Coors that's already open and cold and almost full. I'm going to
Can you
drink
just
it.
grab another Coors?
I haven't taken a sip yet,
For the
so
homie?
you can go ahead. No.
Just get you another
It's your
Coors.
going away
I
party.
take a sip of that.
There's nothing left in the cooler. Take it.
Just get you another Coors.
I got a whole 12-pack inside.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he's got another.
Oh, well then hell yeah, I'm going to drink that. It's not yours. Fuck off.
Sorry, I thought it was my going away party, not yours.
Oh, yeah. No,
God.
Oh,
my
you're right.
God.
You're right.
Oh my
It is my
Okay,
going
so
away
a
party. I'm going
handful
to
of
be
people
leaving
wear
this party at
t-shirts
some
with your
point later
face on
tonight.
them.
He's just
About
doing a lot
30
of
minutes,
shit.
I'm going to be going away.
Yeah, I know. But anyway,
Joe, hey.
anyway, my guy,
Yeah, what's up?
Gaines Coop.
Yeah.
So the whole thing of this episode of the Friends, Facts, and Fiction podcast is to get our friends on to tell a wild story or some funny, something crazy, something stupid, something ridiculous,
Whatever you want.
whatever you want from wherever vibe you want to get.
All right, well, we can talk about the box days if you
We
want.
could.
The box.
We
Oh,
could.
yeah.
The box.
The box or the
backstory-
cube.
Backstory for the box. Me, Grant, and
Oh,
few
hey,
other
fuck
people.
you.
Fuck the box. A lot of people fuck the box every day, but we had a house called the box, and
It's called a glory hole.
and
I love how stupid this is. Let's go.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So we were the GDI community of Tuscaloosa.
Oh,
University
Jesus,
of
that's
Alabama.
perfect.
And we had a house that we called the box because it was literally a fucking box, and it was built backwards. And there was a weed in the backyard that turned to a tree as in the years we lived there. It was a weird spot, but we did a lot of crazy music shows, a lot of crazy parties, a lot of wild shit happened.
I mean, there was a horn section on the roof at one of the parties.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite stories to
there
tell.
was-
Is that like,
there were plants growing in the second bathtub.
oh God, that was
Remember
that was terrifying.
Yeah,
actually,
there was plants growing out of
That
the tub.
bathroom, like, well, the thing is, that bathroom, everybody closed that off, and nobody went in for months.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
it was like a dark
just,
hole.
Yeah, exactly. It was a dark
Black hole,
hole,
yeah.
and occasionally people would like peep in, and they'd be like, "Oh, that looks terrifying.
Oh
Let's
my
close that
God.
and never go in again." Yeah,
Bro, so
I was the only one that cleaned my bathroom, so I'd catch people using it all the time.
'Cause it
I'm
was
like, get
clean.
out of here, get
It was
out of here.
the only one I would use. I only used your bathroom because of the
Well,
terrifying
you were
other
fine
bathrooms.
because
Yeah.
you didn't. You never lived there.
No, yeah, I didn't live there.
But like,
I
roommates-
might as well have lived
Yeah,
there,
that's
but
true.
I slept on the floor a few times.
it was a
I would
four-bedroom
catch
house,
my roommates
3
taking
bathrooms.
showers in my bathroom. I'm like, get out of here! Go clean your own damn bathroom. You know?
Okay.
At the height of it, I think it was like 10 people that live in this 4-bedroom house.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was crazy.
That was like literally what, maybe
So
1,000
you
square
guys
feet.
remember the Tuscaloosa tornado?
Yes.
Of course.
April 27th, 2011?
Yep.
Yep. So I remember the three of us, Grant, Justin, and myself. Is you?
That was before me.
It was before you, but it's fine. I mean,
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
you don't matter. You should leave the podcast. But anyway, I don't mean that seriously. I only
It was-
like
it was a
halfway
funny-
mean that.
it was a funny- it was a funny.
55% mean
You're
it. So
supposed
most
to
of me
be playing
does.
at
but
my wedding.
I am, and I'm excited about it. I'm gonna get all flamenco
We still need
classical.
we still need to talk to you about that.
Yeah, man, you do for sure. man. I'll tell you what.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I remember I lived on a 3rd-story apartment. This was not the story I was initially going to tell, but then when you talked about your bathroom specifically, I thought of it because we all ended up crowding up in your bathroom. But there was a point where Grant, Justin, and myself all were outside in the backyard looking up at this tornado that's
Watching
over
this
a mile
massive
wide at the
tornado.
top.
Yeah.
We see another tornado twist down, come touch the ground, and then go back up. And all of us are outside in the backyard looking at it like, well,
is-
shit, look at that, man.
This is crazy.
That just came with
This is
Yeah.
wild, man. I tell
So,
you
like,
what, this is
yeah,
crazy.
We're staring at it, and I remember
That's death.
everybody else
Yeah.
that was at the house in that moment did a little Scooby-Doo maneuver where they all piled up on like one side of the door, and you just saw a bunch of heads, one on top of the other, all being like, "Guys, get the fuck inside!"
And we're like,
Get
hold
inside
on,
now. Get
hold
inside.
on.
And we were
This
like,
is
one second, this is one of the like craziest things we're ever going to see in our
We're gonna
life.
see in
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
this is insanity that we're looking up in the sky
This is
and
literally
seeing a giant spinning tornado
This
just
is
and then
metal.
another one coming down.
We're seeing live metal without a band.
I know. It was probably the most metal thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen. And I've seen a lot of great metal shows.
I will agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
You were in
serious.
Tuscaloosa at the time, Drew.
I was
Of course.
watching Out of a Bathtub.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
There you go, turn up.
Yeah, we all ended up huddled up in Grant's bathroom, the only one that was clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And we got the last Milo's meals.
we did.
Oh, damn.
Tuscaloosa Milo's before they rebuilt the new one now, but at
Yeah.
the time it was the last Milo's meal.
The one on 15th.
Yeah.
Or not 15th, but was it McFarland or whatever.
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. Speaking of which, all the Milo sauce,
Oh yeah, the honey mustard,
honey mustard.
Milo's honey mustard.
Yeah.
For all
Shouts out,
Zacharoo.
shouts out to Zach Chandler, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
OGRIP.
Yeah.
It's family right there.
Yeah, there was that. Initially, let's see. I mean, there's so many other stories to tell about that house, though.
Ah, bro.
Well, you
the
get
boxes.
one, so goodbye.
I get one? All right, well, I'm done.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll see you all later. I'm leaving the party.
Hey, we got
Apparently, I'm fired from the podcast, so
got-
he's got to take my shoes.
we got yeah, that's a great story.
Is that all? Am I done?
Our
Or
next
do I need more?
the homie Gaines Cooper.
love you, Gaines.
Love y'all.
The fucking guitar extraordinaire, my homie. Check out his next record is coming out. Or the one that's already out.
There's one already out.
Bare
The next
Bones.
one's not coming out for a
Bare
while,
Bones.
probably. Bare Bones. BEAR. Bones.
Boom.
It's
Check
like
that shit
it's
out.
like bears have bones, but they don't.
Exactly.
Slam.
Yeah, it's if
Bears
you,
ain't got no goddamn bones.
You're right. They're all just like mushy.
Gelatinous.
Yeah, gelatinous
Gelatinous.
bears.
Ain't you ever
bears.
seen nothing on TV?
The gummies.
Them some bitches just
There's a
baller
gummy bear.
around
You're
everywhere.
you're literally describing
They
gummy
sleep
bears.
for
The
fucking
gummies.
3 fucking months, dude.
Funny
The
thing about
gummies,
gummy bears,
bro.
though, they are made out of bones. So really,
Oh shit!
yeah.
Which is unfortunate because it's like horse hooves.
No, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But you're just every time you pop one in, it's like I'm eating the bones of a once living animal.
This strawberry bone tastes delicious.
Exactly.
This is wild.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to be too wild.
No, it's great. Thank you, my guy.
Thank you, Gaines. I love you.
Thank you.
I love
you.
all of you.
We love you.
At this point, we're at the end of our episode, and we have the reason why we're partying tonight. Mr. Steve McThrill
Damn
is
right.
moving to Atlanta in 72 hours.
Well, or Atlantis.
Atlanta. Oh, it is Atlanta.
Yeah, it is Atlantis. Yeah.
It
they
is
moved to
still
Atlanta.
above water.
Atlanta.
Like, I just signed a lease. It was above water on Sunday.
Okay, word.
Well, it's good to know.
Good to know for sure. Also, Gretchen's here, Sam's girlfriend.
She's Sam's.
She's manicuring the stash.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
What about mine?
Wow. And we also
And we're also here because of Sam Capazzo.
because of Sam
who turns
Capazzo's birthday.
29
29.
in 29 minutes. In 29
Oh,
minutes, he turns 29
it
years
is 29
old.
Okay,
minutes.
so
I know.
the goal here is to not be recording in 26 minutes, so we can all collectively take a shot and sing happy birthday.
Oh, done deal.
In time
Yeah.
for his
I'll be
birthday.
done with this beer in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Also, I think it's super fucked up that y'all waited for the very end of the night to get us.
Oh, it was
Oh
fun.
no, that was planned.
Yeah,
It's
I
planned.
get that. I'm aware that
Because
that was
y'all are the
planned.
Lydiest. Y'all the
It's
Lydiest
rude.
now. Yeah, y'all Lydiest now.
No, I feel pretty okay. yeah, I'm sure you do.
I'm
Granted,
you
I
do.
celebrate my own departure from consciousness daily.
Yes.
So
What is that?
it's like, dude, you had like 6 beers and 4 shots on a Tuesday, and I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to go to bed.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, like yesterday, Grant was like, "Yeah, I'd love to have a very intellectual conversation about your last episode." I was super excited to talk shit about Mother Teresa with you guys.
Yeah.
I had notes. I had shit prepared.
That's cool. We can do that when you come for the actual episode that you're going to be recording with
I
us
ain't got shit
in the future.
because I haven't been invited back since I said things about Helen Keller.
That was hilarious.
Well,
Shit was great.
Do what you mean?
Oh God. Anyway, so to keep this fast tracked, Steve, introduce yourself, please. Again,
Jesus
you've been on a podcast before. Y'all both been on a podcast before.
Hey, what's up, world? I'm Stephen McThrill, the living embodiment of owning your own embarrassment.
There you
Oh.
go. Sam.
Okay.
So would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Sam Passo. I am the living embodiment of living your best life, living true to yourself.
Wow.
There you go.
Way to dick ride my intro.
Very good. I liked it.
Have a better mantra, Stephen. How about that?
The original.
All right. So we got y'all in at the back end of the podcast because this house party is for y'all, and we want y'all to be the most unpredictable. So I need a wild story from both of y'all.
people.
Yeah.
A wild
Exactly.
story from us. All right.
I need a wild story
Go.
from the both of y'all, and then we're gonna wrap this episode up because Christ
All right.
Jesus, it's been
All right. Well, I got a story about Kid Rock and the Taliban. How about that?
Hey,
That's
Turn it up.
fantastic.
A story y'all have heard, I'm sure. All right. So,
We all know Kid Rock's in the Taliban. Yeah.
yeah. All right. So here's my story about Kid Rock, me, and the Taliban. All right. 3 elements that you don't really know how they're gonna go together. Oh, there's my Dune book. Grant, finish reading.
This sounds like
All right.
a hillbilly Mad Lib.
All right. So, all right. So me and my friend. All right. One night, me and friend Ian, we were just fucking around in Wedgwood, Houston area. We started to see a bunch of people start kind of funneling into a warehouse about a block down the road. Mm-hmm. So we did a little trot down the way, see what was going on.
See what's cracking over there, bro.
Yeah. All right. So 2 girls were walking out of that place, and they're like, "Hey, it's a CMA after party for Wheeler Walker Jr."
Look at that.
My buddy Ian says, "Oh shit, I love that dude. I love Wheeler Walker Jr." I'm like, "Well, let's see if we can get it." The girls just go and rip their armbands and say, "You guys can go in. We're done. We're done with that party. Here
Turn
are
up.
wristbands."
Turn up.
Yeah, they rip them off in a way that we can reconnect them onto our wrists. So we get in line, we get into the party. It's awesome. Deep Eddie is doing a little,
promotional.
yeah, a little promotional,
Yeah.
little
Vibey.
promotional. They got a bunch of cocktails stations set up where we're having fun drinks. We're having a good time.
Getting loose.
Yeah. We're dancing. We're partying.
Yeah.
And then we see a bunch of like people we recognize. Some celebrities start walking into a back room. And my buddy Ian is like, started smacking me on the shoulder. Like, "Hey Sam, look at these guys that are going to this back room." And I was like, all right, let's go. So we just get in line. No one really questions us. We walk into this room. We walk into this back room, and this like upper.
It's okay. Tell your truth.
All right.
What happened in the back room?
All right, so we get in this back room. We get in this back room.
Was it sweaty?
All right, it's a back room. In this room, Wheeler Walker Jr. is like doing the meet and greet. My buddy Ian is like, "Hey man, I'm gonna go talk to him." All right, sweet. So he goes over, starts talking to this guy. I'm just standing in the back corner. All of a sudden, I feel like a skeletal hand touch my shoulder.
Bony fingers.
Bony ass fingers just touch my shoulder. I look like, and then also I just turn around. There's this fucking crackhead looking me dead ass in the eyes.
Is that Kid Rock or just a different crackhead?
Oh no! I realize this is no crackhead. This is Kid Rock. This is Kid Rock looking me dead ass in the eyes. Like,
So it is a crackhead.
It is a crackhead.
not
Like,
any
I'm saying 4 inches from my fucking face, dude.
Kid Rock
He
is right here.
He ain't straight
Right.
out. He ain't straight out of Compton. He's straight out the trailer.
No, he is straight in my face, dude. He is directly in front of me.
Right.
And I was
and
like,
he says,
well, first I was like, "What's up, man?"
328.
And then he just looks at me dead in the eye and just goes, "Are you some kind of Taliban?"
What?
Yeah, Kid Rock. Kid Rock. Billy, whatever the fuck his last name is, looks me dead in the eye and says, "Are you some kind of Taliban?" So I look him right in the eye and I say, "Yeah, but it doesn't pay that well, so I gotta keep a day job. It's like yeah."
So Kid Rock thought you were a Taliban.
Yeah,
member.
During the day, I had like a big long beard, I had long hair,
and at night it's gone.
I'm vaguely olive skinned. Like
you're obviously Italian.
I'm obviously Italian. If not obvious Italian, obviously white.
Oh yes,
those are the only two things.
Dude, the Italian band.
Yeah, the Italian.
Oh,
maybe that's what he was trying to say.
Shedding light on that new thing.
Yeah, I say that. All right, so
I'm
I say
sorry
that.
for our listeners in Italy.
All right, but whatever. Yeah, sorry, I say that. I say like, I'm in the Taliban, but they don't pay that well, so I have to keep a day job. And he just stares at me, like shocked and appalled, just right dead in the eye. And I was like,
not funny.
Okay, cool. So do you want to take a selfie? So I pull my phone out of my pocket and like hold it up on my shoulder, like in like the standard selfie mode. And he just starts snatching at my phone. Like he just starts trying to grab at my phone. And I'm like, all right, cool. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. And I bail out of there. I grab my buddy Ian by the shoulder. And I'm like, hey, dude, we gotta go,
bail. Bro. We gotta go.
I just drag
Kid
him out
Rock's
there.
about to bring a jihad.
Yeah.
Us.
Like little crackhead Kid Rock. I'm about to whoop his ass. I don't want to fight an old man. So it's like, I don't want to be known as the guy that breaks Kid Rock's face.
Excuse me, future presidential candidate Kid Rock.
Don't do that.
Anyway. Remember that? Everybody remember that?
Yeah. Don't underestimate the GOP these days.
No,
also,
you can't.
Me and Kanye.
As a comment to your back episode, he said I was Catholic. I'm a Fallout Catholic.
That's fair. That's
there
true.
You
are.
Is that like a band, like Fallout Boy?
Exactly.
Close enough. It's like the video game.
Fallout Catholic.
All right, Steve's turn.
Steve, introduce yourself.
So what's up, world? Steve McThrill.
He already did do that, didn't he?
Yeah, no, I did this. I think this might be like the third iteration. Hey, Sam, sweetie, would you give me a shot?
Damn, that's how we doing it. Live it live, man. Yeah, guest stars in the building.
So I think given the evening and given the timing, the best story I can tell is the reason why about 9 people at this party are wearing my face on a fucking shirt.
This is true. They've got these wild ass t-shirts on with his face on them.
I am going to tell a moderately censored version, given the fact that I am seeking employment.
Yes. And the fact that you are moving, so you have to actually look for. Yeah.
Precisely. So.
I'm drunk.
Precisimo.
Turn up.
So, cheers to me and Leon.
Cheers.
I don't have a shot because he didn't give me a goddamn shot to kill me. Oh, he got me. We got it.
Hang on.
We're doing it. My tequila's right there on the
We
joint,
are going to take a quick momentary break for liquor.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers and such. Clinky, clinky.
Yeah, I did.
Clinky, clinky, tinky, linky. Hey, cheers to the women we love and the ones that tolerate us. My God, it goes down smoother every time.
I'll tell you what it does.
Wow, that's actually really good.
It's really good. It's that.
You want me to take that too?
Oh, shit.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll
take that out there real quick.
And what else? After this, we'll see what else. Anyway, back into this. So, what's the story? Crazy shit you talking about?
All right, so
cheers.
the reason that the 9+ people here are wearing a shirt with my face on it upon my impending departure from Nashville. So this was a couple of years ago when I was celebrating Hot Girl 2019.
Hot Girl Summer.
Hey, fuck a summer, dude. I went from April to October.
Turn up. Well, were you in the South that summer?
Your boy experienced
Southeast America is.
Your boy experienced hot girl seasonality.
So you got stuck in it.
Yeah, yeah. I turned 30 and decided to say fuck it. So, anyways,
as we all do.
So I was at this amazing music festival that owned and run by my friends, Solasta Festival. You know, shout out, no shout outs kind of thing. But owned and run by my friends. phenomenal venue, phenomenal area. It's out in North Carolina. Was able to basically do what I wanted unfettered, which anybody that's encountered me for more than 15 minutes knows I need rules. I need boundaries.
As far as extracurriculars, you can just fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. No.
Woof.
So long as I was picking up after myself and respecting the environment,
You're
bro,
just doing whatever.
100%. Allowed to be the fullest, worst, best version of myself with complete,
best. I like that.
reckless abandon and disregard, right? So at the end of this nefarious adventure, it's about 5 a.m. and I decided to start making what I deemed mouth-mosas. And the owner of
mouth-mosas.
Yeah. The owner of the festival, a friend of mine, handed me a couple of bottles of champagne and a bottle of orange juice. So like I decided that in my drunken and just fucked up state to take on a new persona of just like, get on your knees, you want the bubbly in your fucking mouth. I know you like it frothy. And like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so
save the best for last.
So I'm pouring champagne in people's mouths and then orange juice and making them take mouth-mosas. Like it's a mimosa in your mouth.
So it's like a shot. It's a mimosa shot in your mouth, poured into your mouth.
Yeah. A mouth-mosa. How was that not apparent?
Mouth-mosa. Okay, we get it now. Everybody gets it now?
Yeah, so
he's
that,
mixing a mimosa in your mouth.
So that happened from about 5 a.m. till about 8 a.m. I went and passed
you did
out
3 hours of mouth-mosas, bro? That's insane.
I was allowed to do what I wanted. So then I went back to my tent, passed out for the glorious hour that it was, woke up. Again, there's photographic evidence of this. There's me passed out with a jewel in one hand, a bottle of champagne in the other, Dale Earnhardt t-shirt, short shorts, and some Jordans.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am in every bit of my spectacular
self. Just
Instagram-worthy glory.
Yeah.
Like full McThrill. Not Steven has left the fucking building. Like we are 100% McThrill mode.
Yeah.
So I did that. I rested my beautiful dainty eyes for about 25 minutes. Then I got up, grabbed my bottle of champagne, walked my happy ass backstage where I was, for some godforsaken reason, allowed, and went and looked at everybody else and went, I want to be a part of this. So like on Sundays at this festival, it's a beautiful thing. They get 3 of the most popular DJs to go back to back to back. And they have a 4th guy working a griddle, right? He's making pancakes and flipping these fuckers into the crowd.
Nice.
And I just wonder my drunk, non-sleep having ass onto stage and was like, I want to be part of this. And they handed me a bottle of Aunt Jemima and say, have fun.
Oh, wow.
So
I'd have been so fucking pissed off. Somebody sprayed me with some fucking Aunt Jemima.
Oh, you weren't sprayed. You were doused.
Ooh. Chatty. I might like it when
Damn
you
right.
douse it.
Drew. Thank you. This is the birth of Syrup Daddy.
Uh-oh.
Because picking up from where I picked off on the whole champagne foray. Yeah, no. I did the same shit on stage of like jamming mini pancakes down my friends' throats and just going, get on your knees. I know you want it sticky on your face for daddy. And I am what the fuck? I am slamming mini pancakes down people who I still know to this day and that respect me for some reason. I am jamming it down their throat and pouring syrup on these poor fucking people's faces, going, get on your knees for daddy. I know you want it sticky. Like that kind of shit. drizzling.
What the fuck?
Some of these people have 401ks, and I have just poured syrup on their faces.
So listen,
Like, you have an entire retirement plan.
You know what's fucked up? You know what's fucked up about this? Grant brought me into this saying we were gonna have an educated conversation about your last podcast. I came in with notes about your last conversation.
No.
I was like, yeah, you
See,
had
now
like
you get it.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you get it. While y'all are the last two, so we can have those two wild ass stories.
And I
to
came
cap it
in
off.
as myself in 2019.
I
There
just
you
had
go.
more
So-
shit
so-
to talk
so-
about Mother Teresa. That's
so-
what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
I
so-
got
so-
anecdotes. I got one little
Yeah.
anecdote.
So to wrap this up, I was allowed to do what I wanted to on a stage at a glorious, well-run, amazing festival. I have nothing negative to say. Beautiful festival.
Mm-hmm. Except for your pancakes and your syrup.
What's the name of the festival again? Plug the festival
pancakes
again?
were great.
Well, no, the festival is coming back in 2022. It's called Solasta Festival.
Yeah.
It's out in Deerfields, North Carolina. Highly recommend anybody go out there. It was a beautiful, beautiful event. It was the most fun I've ever had, and it's just unfettered. Keep your shit to yourself.
Yeah.
And just handle your business.
Just be an adult and enjoy your extracurriculars.
Be a grown up and you can handle your shit.
Yeah.
But I was allowed on stage.
Yeah, this is real. And you did that.
I was allowed to pour syrup on these poor unsuspecting people. It's the last day of a festival. You've already had a lot of shit go on, right?
Yeah. And now you're covered in syrup.
Yeah, exactly. Like, God knows where you came from, but now you're going home sticky.
There you go.
Exactly. So like I'm literally on stage. These people are eating dry pancakes, and I'm like, I know you want daddy syrup. I cannot explain to like I was coherent enough to remember everything, but not coherent enough to give a fuck about what I was saying.
Yeah, this is very true.
So like I'm sitting, they're just like, don't pour it on my face, and I was like,
on your face.
Face first, bitch.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, you're conservative.
Get this liberal amount of syrup on your face, bitch.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So I was allowed to do that. There's pictures of me doing it for my friends. There's a picture of me with the owner of the festival. He is actively like with a microphone talking about what's happening, while a friend of mine has a fan, because I mean this shit is happening in August in North Carolina. One of our friends has a fan above another friend's head to make sure he's cool enough to handle this. Well, I'm putting a fucking pancake down his throat and pouring syrup into his mouth.
Jesus Christ.
That's amazing.
No.
And then I have a friend.
Jesus Christ.
That's
I have a friend from
Let's get the photo.
my friend after your last
Your
episode.
friend? What's up?
A friend of mine said his world's religions professor worked with Mother Teresa, and he said it could not be understated how much of a bitch she was.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Actual person that worked with her.
Yeah.
An actual person who worked with her said she was a
crazy.
giant bitch.
Oh, now we
sound
gotta
like
be
it.
educated?
No. just
That was his
talking
last
shit about
sprinkle.
Mother
Fred. That was
Teresa.
his last
Oh,
sprinkle of the
now
night.
we gotta be educated.
So peep this real quick, just so people know where they can find you at on Instagram, YouTube, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Because y'all got all kind of crazy posts y'all be doing.
Yeah, personal page, slam, clap, an asshole.
Boom.
But my personal page is Slam the Barber. SLAM the Barber.
Boom.
Hey, my main one is McThrill4. That's how you can find me on pretty much all social media. McThrill, McThrill4. Hey, follow your boy. If you want to see kitties, bullshit,
Syrup being
memes.
poured down people's throats.
Yeah, shit like that.
Wild shit.
I'm a social chameleon. I'm an interesting motherfucker, so follow me.
He's out here, and we out here.
kitty sound.
My boy said, kitty.
Bro, I'm talking about cats, felines, kitties.
Actual cats, bro.
Ilya, I own a cat, my guy.
Also, in studio celebrity, Ilya is in the building.
This is not disrespectful
my guy.
to female or their genitalia, bro. I own a cat.
Okay, they get it.
But do they?
We'll
But do
get you an
they?
episode.
Now they do.
We'll get you an episode. soon, my guy.
Please, someone send help.
So, to end this off, man, this has been the fucking golden way party for McThrill, the birthday party for Sam Clapanasso, Sam Capasso, and all these guests that we had on. Thank y'all so much. All the great people here. This shit's been wild as fuck. I'm Justin Hammonds. I'm saying love life because it's worth living, y'all.
I'm Drew Shellnut, and I'm saying stay informed and make a goddamn difference.
Bang, bang.
Grant Bramlett, never liked ya, always loved ya.
Saying fast is saying, just be true to yourself, always.
Turn up.
Stephen McThrill, and I'm saying Drew's been blinking in Morse code for at least an hour, so someone please come help him.
Yes.
He is in
Hey,
trouble,
man,
dude.
listen.
He is in trouble.
It's been a wild episode of Friends, Facts, and Fiction. Maybe this will come out someday. But yeah, we out.
Thanks for listening and stay tuned for the next installment. Find us on Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date on all things Friends, Facts, and Fiction. Our Instagram handle is friends_facts_fiction. As always, please reach out to us. You can send any of your questions, praise, and fact-checking to friends_facts-fiction@gmail.com. It's important to us to only propagate the truth, and we'll correct any errors we may have made. Your hosts and researchers are Justin Hammonds, Grant Bramlett, and Drew Shellnut. Our episodes are produced by Grant Bramlett. Additional producership provided by Grace Higgs. Our recording engineer is Grant Bramlett. Our editor, mix, and mastering audio engineer is Jeremy Mulder. Lighting design is provided by Justin Hammonds. Our office assistants are Gully and Bull. Our research assistants are Under and Paid. Our current interns are Lost and Questionable. Our personal drivers are Titleist and Tired. And our resident pooches are Pack and Jolene, the Devil Child. This has been a production of Friends, Facts, and Fiction.
No, exactly.
Also,
what you just
introduce
said.
yourself.
You guys not?
Oh.
Oh, look, it's the mustache crew.
No, you're not. You're sleeping on an air mattress in the living room.
I got your face on a t-shirt.
I don't know what all these mics can pick up, but I hope it picked up all
Everything.
It
Oh,
picked
it
up all
picks
that,
up,
trust me.
like-
It picked up all that.
If
trust
you
me.
have a silent fart, it's gonna pick it up. Like that nice, kitty cat fart,
Yeah,
like
like-
that.
Yeah.